Recording stop. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you,
So
robot.
they're listening. So if we can do it where it's one post, where one Instagram post then goes out to
And one
Facebook
post.
and Twitter, and it's done, and there's no duplicate. It doesn't take any extra time from anybody. It's so easy to do.
I don't know whose hand went up first. I just noticed both hands were up at the same time, Charles and Lucia. So Charles, go ahead.
Um, let Lucia go first, because I need to get my thoughts organized.
Well,
Okay.
at first I was opposed to having a Facebook page. I don't do Facebook, and I don't like to assume that most people do Facebook. I'm sure there are a lot of people, Sean, who don't do Facebook. However, I do understand that it is a way for people to get in touch. And now that I hear you talk about, and I hear what Alina suggests, that if it's on the website, which means we already approved it, okay, so we don't need an extra layer of work or approving, it goes on the Facebook page. And there are no comments. There is not a single word extra to what's on the website, because Facebook has generated so much inflammatory talk and so much strife and so much hate. So I would go with it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Charles?
Yeah, I think it's a good way to get out the word to people about our meetings. And that's a big problem we have, or our task forces, any meetings that are coming up. And I think that the social media person should be empowered to post, to both take information from members of the council and to post OAC business on social media without having to wait for, if it's a scheduled meeting of the Pier Avenue Rejuvenation Task Force, put it up there. And I would include Nextdoor, but there's no way to control comments on Nextdoor.
You can post on Nextdoor as a person and turn off comments. I don't know how you do it as an organization. I've never tried to be on Nextdoor as an organization. And quite honestly, Nextdoor is a cesspool. To me, that is more of a cesspool than Facebook is.
Yeah.
It is so toxic. It is sludge.
Well, so then you could post on there and just, just the nuts and bolts, Oceano Advisory Council meeting.
And then turn off comments.
And a link to the thing and turn off the comments.
But
The words
you have to, as far as I know, and I'm sorry I'm interrupting. I only know it as a person. I've never tried to do it as any kind of organization. So I don't know what that model is like. I, as April, could post the link or write up and say, hey, the next OAC meeting is da 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 da. But then someone else can create a thing that says, that fucking bitch April is talking about the OAC again. And I can't control that.
But if they can't comment.
Correct. But they can create their own thing and link back to it and excoriate us or run a.
Yes, because it seems to be that they like to do that on Nextdoor.
Well, if they did that, then we could just cancel using it. Right. I'd like to try.
Bear in mind that Nextdoor is community centric. I don't know if you're on Nextdoor, Charles. So like I could post and say, or whoever, anybody could post and say, I want these 7 outlying communities to also read this. I'm less familiar with Nextdoor because I have just been vilified on it and I am just not interested at all. When someone like that freaking nutball that lives behind Central Market can talk about me the way he talks about me and threaten my life and all these crazy things, I'm not. I have
And he's
nothing to do with
constantly
it.
on there.
I'm not, yeah. And Aline has been also a target of his craziness. So no, I won't do Nextdoor. If somebody else wants to do it, they can. I don't want to personally. But I mean, that's totally up to the group, how they want to do that.
I'm just thinking about ways to get out information. I guess another one is to send out press releases.
That's another way.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It seems to me, I have posted on Nextdoor, OBCA meetings, and many different things. And I just don't read the comments, and
You're fine, right? If you
We
don't
just-
read the comments, you're fine.
we just announce. So, but I think that maybe to put just one person in charge of everything is too much. So now I'm kind of skipping. I'm sorry.
No, I'm thinking that April's doing Instagram and that it flowing into the other two is the best
It's
way to
literally
go.
the same, hit enter and it
Yeah,
goes to 3
And it
locations.
goes, it
at
just,
once.
so
Perfect. Yes.
I think we
First
should
of all,
have,
we have to vote. We have to motion and vote that we're going to have a Facebook page.
yeah, let's just, yeah, because
Okay.
I think that should be enough for now.
And we
Let-
can
let's-
always change this
let's-
down the road. Either it works or it doesn't work, or we want to add Instagram or we,
Yeah.
whatever. This
Exactly.
isn't set in stone forever. This
No.
is, let's at least start something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you're saying you only have to push one button and it does all three, let's just do all three.
Yes,
It's the
More the
same
better.
content. It would be no different what's being posted on Facebook that would be on
Might as well.
Instagram.
Might as well.
Yeah.
you want a
But
motion,
don't
April?
agree.
So I make the motion that we create a social media presence through using Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with the same content. And it will only be OAC specific information with no comments allowed under any of the posts. That's as far as I mean, I can't think of any other thing I need to throw in there.
Handled by one person,
Handled by April.
so we can get the information out as we don't have to wait a whole month.
That we, yeah, that however you want to place it, that we have a member of the OAC is responsible for the content
Yeah,
on the social media, but it will be OAC specific with no comments and informational purpose only.
perfect.
I second.
Now, excuse me. I
Do we
want
have
to.
any-
Okay. Now.
Any
now,
more discussion?
Yeah. Now, April, you specified information only OAC specific. I had understood that exactly what's on the web, what's get approved for the website gets approved also for Facebook. Is that okay?
Yeah, correct. So that's what I'm saying. It's whatever pretty much is on our website. So
And
if we have a meeting coming up in a week, we would promote that. If we have a
Oh,
curb
that's
gutter sidewalk meeting, we would promote that.
Yeah. But does it mean that even our landing page bulletin board will go on Facebook?
We
No.
can promote that page every so often. I mean, it's just a page on the OAC website. I mean, you guys
So
would
how do you
determine
promote
that.
it? How do you promote? You mean you just link to
Put a
it?
link, yeah.
Can you just put a link to the website and that's it?
I could do that every single day if you wanted.
Oh, you mean it doesn't stay forever?
Yeah, it stays forever, but then if you're on, you don't know Facebook. So Facebook is basically like the news screen. So when you're looking at Google News, and so every day the news changes, you have different information from other people is refilling the screen. So if I post today at 5 p.m., tomorrow at 5 p.m., it's long gone. So I can post again at
Oh.
5 p.m. Same exact thing, so that it's always in the front of people's news feed.
Gosh,
As
and
they're
you need to be
looking.
posting every day.
I'm on Facebook every day. I work on the computer for a living, so I'm on the computer all the time.
Okay.
What's the problem, Lucia?
No, I think it's just I don't want to give too much work to April. I
It's
don't know how
honestly-
Facebook works at all.
And then I think that's where it came up,
Yeah.
that she just doesn't really understand that it's literally
Yeah.
less than
No.
1 minute
No, I have no
to
problem at all.
create a post.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah, I
got a
think a lot of
motion.
us don't know how Facebook works. I know
Right.
Lucy doesn't, I don't. I mean, I go on it occasionally, but that's it, you know? I don't hang out there.
Do you have another question, Charles? Was
No.
it just the hand remained up? Okay, so end of discussion? No more discussion? Put it to a vote. All those in favor?
I,
Aye. Aye. Any dissenting vote? No? Okay. We have a Facebook presence. Yay. Next
and the
we got
newsletter's gonna go up there.
we got the
Once
VACO
it's
membership
approved.
app and applicants, the VACO membership. We have some people that, same thing, want to participate with VACO, others that don't.
Excuse me, my hand is on, but I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I'm done. No, I'm done.
Go ahead, Charles.
Well, I think that I would propose that we appoint a member of the OAC Council. Well, I don't know. So here, I'll just back up. I think that we should go to VACO and propose that we have a council member of OAC in attendance at their meetings, and they have a member of VACO in attendance at our meetings. They're not members of our council, but they're in attendance at our meetings, in the spirit of mutual coordination and cooperation on issues important to the community of Oceana.
Sounds good.
And I think they're probably going to say no, but I think that we should be the leaders in it.
Yeah, we need to be the bigger people.
Mhm. We can count on them to go low, probably.
So I know April had like issue with it because she thought that by us going to their meetings, we're giving them legitimacy and they're not their illegitimate child. Do you still
There's
feel
some-
that way, April?
Yes, I mean, you pretty much, that's yes. But despite my believing they're illegitimate because they don't conform to what's required, I've learned some since then that resolutions at the county level are suggestions and not laws. So the resolution to create an advisory council is merely a suggestion of what the rules are. So the things that I said, this should be, this wasn't there, this wasn't there, this wasn't there, how did this get to be
Well, thank you
created?
for letting me know because I thought resolutions had a little bit more weight.
You'd think, why have them if they're just concepts? So this is what I'm being told by multiple supervisors. So with that in mind, regardless of whether I believe they're illegitimate or not, they are, in the eyes of the county, a legitimate advisory council. Redundant, yes. Not very transparent, yes, but they are available. So I'm with Charles in that I want us to be the bigger people and put that branch out there, whether they take it or not. What I don't really understand is, and I'm trying to flesh you out better, Charles, is we have in our group a membership requirement, like if you wanted to be an organization member or and then you do have voting capability. What I don't understand is why we as the OAC would want to attend their meetings but not be a member, like fill out an application and be like the OAC is a member, an organizational member, and then invite them to do the same with us. They're just one vote, just
Yeah.
like Aline represents the OCSD and it's just one vote.
I think that's a better idea than mine. I like that.
Perfect.
And then we apply for a membership. They may very well deny it, just like a chamber may deny a membership, which is crazy, but it happens. So at least try. And we won't deny theirs, because if they fit the requirements that are in our own bylaws, how could we deny them? And we would be the bigger people.
Mhm.
And again, they're just one vote. Even if there were 80 of them, there's only one vote.
I agree.
Any more discussion? I completely agree.
Their next meeting is July 22nd at 5:30.
5:30, I had 6 o'clock.
The last I saw was 5:30.
July 22nd.
Let me go pull it up. Give me 1 second.
That's when that's when our gutters and curbs is.
Well, then maybe not all of us can attend that one.
We meet at 4 o'clock,
Right. We know.
July 22nd at 6 p.m.
right? Is
Okay.
that's still what it says, 6?
Yes, 6 p.m. Sorry, I was mistaken.
Curb gutters and sidewalks meets at 4.
Oh, okay. Well, theirs is only in person. They will not be doing a Zoom meeting
Right.
because, why be modern when you're 85 years old?
Remember, everything we say is recorded and posted.
I know.
Right. Okay.
I know.
Hmm.
I
Um,
only speak for me. That's all I can do.
Okay.
I will go to that meeting. I
I'm
won't go as a representative of the OAC.
definitely going to that meeting.
Okay.
How many people do you think go? Just 2 or?
All of us, whoever wants to.
Citizen.
Just
Yeah,
the
I
whole,
mean, that
Don't
would-
show up. We don't
All
know.
our council.
really
Don't
make
show
us
up.
a lot more accessible than they've ever been to us.
I'm going to submit my name to be a member of the council.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. Mhm.
Heck yeah. And then we'll see who really is inclusive.
Yeah, really. Instead of them taking us over the way I thought it would happen, we're gonna take them over.
That's what's so funny is they never even tried and they complained about us.
Yeah, they didn't even try. I remember at one point I freaked out and I thought, oh my gosh, they're all gonna apply now, And
We're
we
Right. And nothing. They're going to go to the
nobody
meeting.
did.
So,
Nobody did.
I make a motion that that the OAC applies for organizational membership and we extend to them an invitation for the same. And we will attend their first meeting and go from there.
Wait, I'm just wondering about that last part.
Okay.
from there.
We will attend your meeting.
Well, as the OAC, somebody has to fill out the application.
Um,
Well,
So
Well-
who,
do we have to attend the meeting?
I don't know. I mean, they don't even know. I
Just
mean,
submit it in. We can just, maybe it'd be better in this case, just to do it in writing.
okay,
And submit it first to see if-
okay.
without anyone going to the meeting?
Well, and nobody going there as a OAC.
As an OAC, I agree with that. So just on, like, we would write a letter to the county or the, whatever, we would submit to Supervisor Compton. We were just going to create something and submit it to the VACO for membership as an OAC organization. I don't know that they even have membership forms ready,
Right.
honestly. But we can try. So if somebody else wants to make a motion, better than I did. Or
Yeah.
not.
I can just, let me just reflect back what I heard, April, for that. That basically OAC will write a letter to Baco, applying for organizational membership in Baco as a community advisory council here in Oceano. And we invite them to do the same.
Absolutely, that's perfect.
Second it.
Okay.
Yeah, Sheila.
Any
Oh,
Do a second.
I thought she was raising her hand to add to it. No, she was
No.
second.
So April made the motion. Charles just confirmed what it was. Sheila
Right, he put
seconded.
it in better terms, yeah. Sheila seconded.
Okay, Sheila seconded the motion. Do we have any further discussion?
Only we're infiltrating and we need to find out what's going on.
We'll do it.
I
Okay,
spy.
so how are we, so are we just writing a letter? How are we applying? Just write a-
That's why I was saying going to the first meeting, because then we'd at least know. But honestly, I
That's in
don't
the
see why we
bylaw.
can't just write a letter.
In their bylaws.
Yeah, just write
Yeah, the bylaws that say their meeting is the first Tuesday of every month, that this is not the first Tuesday.
I'm talking about how to be a member.
Mhm.
They just took OAC's bylaws. So it's the same as
Right.
ours.
Right.
we just write, we
Oh,
have
so
been,
I see what you're saying. So Charles, you're saying follow whatever the bylaws say to apply
Right.
as an organizational member.
We
So
just-
yeah, we'll just do that.
we write a letter of intent, like our bylaws require, in which we stated that we have been serving the community since 1996, and that we would, and we apply to be in their
We
organization.
meet the qualifications, and that we have our chair write that letter
Right.
Yeah,
on behalf of the OAC.
right.
Given that they don't know what they're doing and we have all this experience, we can give them direction and counsel.
They would love to hear that. And that we are steeped in transparency and accountability, and we hope they follow suit.
Okay, well, we'll see if they record all their meetings and post them to the.
Right.
Yes.
So
So
let's,
Aline, with that we are on the same page. Aline will write a letter.
Yeah.
Requesting membership, and I think that's awesome.
Yes, and then send it out for everyone to like approve. I wouldn't send it out without your
Obviously.
approval.
yeah,
Thank you.
And April's awesome editing. Okay. So we got, I guess, all those in favor?
Aye.
hi.
Okay, we are applying for VACO. Next, we have the chamber membership. I did apply for that. I have not heard anything back from them. I'm hoping, I did call them a couple of times and left messages. I don't know if they don't staff that place or what the issue is.
They have that Leisha, the secretary. She's efficient as heck. So
They don't have someone, they don't pay someone.
if you aren't getting a response, that means
That's a sign,
there's there's a choice made there.
right?
Well, they could just let you know. I gave my phone number. Please call me back.
Yeah, that would be nice. Mhm.
Just let you know, we don't, we're thinking about it or we've denied your application.
Well, here is a suggestion. We can talk about it for a moment and then maybe vote against or vote for. Is I'd be more than happy to prepare a check made out to the South Counties Chambers of Commerce for the amount of the membership and give it to Aline, and Aline can go right to the office and knock on the door and say, here, we're ready. Please sign us up. And then you're face to face. What are they going to say? Then we'll know.
Mhm.
If you're willing to do that.
Oh, yeah, I'm willing to do that. I was there today.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they were,
I'll get you a check tomorrow.
yeah, we can do that. I did say on the phone, I didn't see anywhere where it said, you know, pay. Well, most places, they won't let you complete the application if you don't pay.
Right.
Right? But I
Right.
guess they want to vet you or whatever, so they're not going to ask for payment.
Which is
till
very
they-
interesting because a chamber I don't even know of a time a chamber has, unless it was maybe like an industry that they just didn't agree with, like marijuana industry or pornography industry. I have never heard until recently with you guys, this organization not accepting a membership. I've never heard that before from a chamber, ever.
They didn't accept OEDC as a.
Yes, I've never heard of that before, ever. And I've been in the Reno Chamber, I've been in Porterville Chamber, San Luis Obispo City Chamber, all of them, and I've never heard of that.
Know what happened here?
And so that's why I think sweet-faced Aline knocking on a door with a check and a paper saying, hi, we're ready. Thank you.
Okay, and is this a motion? Is this a motion?
So I
Deepa?
motion that Aline gets a check for membership and takes it with the application directly to the chamber to finish that up tomorrow or get an answer tomorrow.
I agree. I second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we got the chamber done. Yay. Now we're down to the OAC election steps. And whether, discussing the election. I think we're all in favor of the election.
What elections?
OAC elections.
Oh,
in the
right.
future.
Yeah. Because after I spoke to Gibson and to Los Osos, it seems like we are the ones who have to start the process if we want to. They keep saying all we have to do is change our bylaws and say we want to become an elected body. That's all. I called this guy. He's a lawyer from Los Osos. He's the president of the council a couple of times. He said he will call me back to give me specifics, but he hasn't. But I will, if I get a go from you people, I'm interested in following up and finding out how we do it so that we get it done. I truly think it's the best for Oceano rather than keep going with two organisms. We need only one.
I agree that we should do a little fact-finding mission on how that occurs, so that we can have a discussion based on fact and not conjecture, because we don't know at this point. We just don't know. So if Lucia is willing to run that point and get some facts and information on other agencies that are doing that, I think that's great.
Okay, so I can just say the Ocean Advisory Council is interested in changing into, so I can ask questions to Gibson or other people as the Ocean Advisory Council.
To learn the process of.
To learn the process. Yeah, to learn the process. Yes.
Absolutely.
The supervisors said they wanted that.
Yeah.
Right.
And yet the board majority voted to create an advisory council that not only is redundant, it also does not require elections. So how bad do they really want that?
It's terrible. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. It is just shameful. Oh, well, okay.
I make a motion that Lucia works on gathering information on what it takes to move into an elected advisory council and report back to us at the next meeting.
Yeah, okay.
Second.
All those in, any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, coming along.
Woo!
We're getting better and better at this. We got the shoe mash participation regarding Oceana Beach and Dunes.
What?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
What's that about?
Maybe we should write a letter of response to that letter that we received, Charles, you remember? And say that we acknowledge them too, and we are happy, honored to receive their.
We acknowledge their legitimacy and participation with the OAC.
Yeah.
So just an official formal response.
Yeah.
To their document.
To that letter, to that
that,
one
Charles?
pager that they sent, the Chumash.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, I wasn't sure what
We
you,
never got back to it. We never covered it in last meeting.
Yeah.
oh, we didn't,
No,
we didn't accept it.
no,
It
we didn't.
wasn't that. I think we just didn't decide
Time.
what we were doing. Yeah. And so I think what they're trying to say is we just want to, we want to officially acknowledge it and receive it officially. That's all.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Mhm.
Yeah. And also we need to extend them an invitation to participate, to let them know that they are very welcome to participate in our meetings. And
Yeah.
actually, maybe we should find a way to inform them. And when our meetings, well, just refer them to our website. You're very welcome to our meetings. Yeah, absolutely.
Just a small paragraph.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for you to do that, Aline.
Yeah.
If you, yeah, because you're the chair.
Okay.
Perfect.
It'd be good for Fred to hear that from you. Other than
Okay.
just me.
Okay. Now we got the recognition of business resident improvements that April was talking about. I think it's a great idea, April.
I think so as well. I don't know what the next step will be other than we like create a document of some sort that we would present. Honestly, this is something I think would be fine moving to our next meeting to discuss because we've gotten through a lot and it's getting late. And there's nothing we really are going to do today. So I think if we wait until the 15th and maybe I'll mock up a document, an official whatever.
Sorry, my back is already.
That's okay with you. So that we have something in front of us to discuss, and then we'll just vote on it and go from there. And I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of what I think is that we acknowledge we want it, and that at the next meeting we'll finish it, we'll finalize
Okay.
it.
That sounds good.
Okay. So I make a motion that we, as the OAC, will adopt a procedure to acknowledge businesses and or residences within Oceano and Halcyon that have improved or beautified in some way the community, and that we will finalize that decision at our next meeting.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Second it.
Aye.
I
Aye. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with what I had on the agenda. The other stuff, I believe, can wait. I
I can give a quick treasurer's update, super simple.
think Lucia wanted to mention something. She told me before the meeting.
Okay.
me?
Yeah, didn't you say you
Oh.
wanted to say something about the article or something?
No. Oh, the article. Yes. Oh, I wanted to mention this. Did you all read the New Times article?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did? You did? Okay. I just wanted to mention that the article says that Mr. Varney said that the council wants to get rid of the airport. And I just wanted to make sure that, did you really say that, Charles?
No, I didn't say that.
Huh?
No, I didn't say that.
And then because you remember that was very contentious at the county, and Compton used it against us. So, and if the council never really talked about the airport, I personally agree that I want to get rid of the airport, but that the council did say that, it's not true. So I'm glad to hear that you didn't say that, Charles.
I told her that that redevelopment in Oceano for decades has looked at the airport as land that can be used for new housing, new commercial, for
Yeah.
parks.
That's what I read.
And that that was something that's on the table. I wasn't saying that we had a position on it, because we don't. Do we? Do we have a position on the airport?
No, but I think she misunderstood or something, because I think I did read that also.
Yeah, well, did you read my letter back to her on the article?
No, I was about to, but I didn't have,
I did, and the only clarification that you actually said was one correction. There's already requirements in place that new buildings include blah, 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 blah. The
Right.
OAC is so it was only about curbs, gutters, and sidewalks and economic justice. You didn't make any mention of that you were misquoted or misunderstood on the airport. You didn't write that.
I didn't. No.
No.
I didn't even read your letter. Was that also on the New Times?
It's the first comment on the New Times article, below the article itself online.
Okay.
There are 6 comments at this point, and
Oh,
of course, yet again, OAC is tied to the dunes issue, which frustrates me beyond
what
belief.
does the dunes have to do now? It's the airport, not the dunes.
Right, the whole article was about the dunes.
Mhm.
No, the article wasn't about the dunes. I
All
mean,
right, well,
it was
that's your,
about
that's
the
your
rede-
reality.
the
My reality
redevelopment,
was,
the redevelopment of Oceano.
and when you read the comments are only focusing on the dunes because that's all people give a crap
that's-
about.
That's
it's talked
that's
about.
their problem. The article, but
That's not their problem, it's our problem. It's
Okay.
our problem enough that we have a second council because of it. That's
Okay.
our problem.
okay, so we need to write as a council that we have never taken a position as to
I didn't even know there was an article coming out until I woke up this morning and looked at New Times.
I
So
didn't either.
apparently the council as a group didn't make this decision in the first place. So I don't even know what to say to it.
You're not alone. I didn't either.
Reporter calls up. So when a reporter calls and wants to talk about what's going on in Oceano,
it was a pretty fast, like, I think she called me on Thursday and said, I want to talk to you. I'll meet you tomorrow. It was like, I guess she, last minute, I'm gonna write this article.
so let's agendize this for another meeting, and then maybe we need to designate somebody as the press, you know, the press person, the person that writes press releases, the person that talks to the press on behalf of OAC.
Yeah, no.
No, okay.
If I have to say anything, my complaint, and I don't want to use the word complaint, my sincere concern is that I didn't even know you guys had been talked to. That's all. If I had even like, hey, April, guess what? Or hey, OAC, guess what? We got interviewed. This is coming out Thursday morning. That would have been nice.
I agree with that. I kind of said, oh my
I
gosh,
had no clue. I don't care what
kind
you
of
guys said.
resented.
I mean, obviously you can get misquoted, that happens. But that I truly didn't even know that the OAC was going to be a topic in the New Times when I opened it up today. And I'm on the council.
Well, I was interviewed 2 weeks ago, and I thought maybe that she wasn't even doing the story.
I was interviewed a week ago.
So if the thing is that you want to be notified, well, so let's, like I said, maybe we need to really figure out the solution to this. I hear there's a problem.
Okay, so, April, do you want to give your treasure report?
Quickly, the treasurer's report is, as I sit in the dark now, we started out at our last meeting, we had $500.06. We have subsequently made a $700 deposit, which brought us to 1,200 something. But then we immediately turned around and spent $629.60 for Safranco's web assistance. So now our current balance is $570.46. The, what's her name? Baccarini, Rebecca, whatever her name is.
Rini?
Yes, that's kind of still up in the air. Charles and I have tried to resolve it. I'm not really quite sure where we are with that. So there may still be another small expense that's pending, but outside of that, we've paid for everything that we've incurred at this point. And then we really need to focus on learning the website so that we have control over it, content on there.
Excuse me, April, how did we get that $700 that was deposited?
Charles donated $500. I donated $150, and Sheila had already given us a check months ago for $50. So those things brought us to $700. Since Vaco has out-of-pocket expenses, I'm very curious to know how they've been paid for. And that's something, as an Oceano resident, I would like to learn. And I have not yet submitted, but we did discuss submitting a revised request for funds. And I was hoping that's something we could talk about, but obviously it's getting pretty late, and maybe that's something, instead of a treasurer's report next meeting, we can just briefly discuss kind of what we want to do with this, because we need to find out, is money going to Vaco? I mean, they now have a website. They now are going to get county staff. They now have printing, and they're going to have refreshments at their meetings. Who's paying for these things?
They got money.
Even out of the refreshments.
I think that I'd like to make a motion right now that April revise our budget request, eliminate the funds for a community survey, and resubmit the budget request to the Board of Supervisors.
Bravo, I second it.
And then for discussion, real briefly, because I've had Supervisor Compton say this to me when I met her, that she was uninterested in paying for or compensating us for the Zoom expense. And I would like to stand on the ground that meetings are still being held. I mean, my meeting with Supervisor Gibson was via Zoom. So, and we're talking about a second wave of this COVID issue. So there's nowhere out of the woods yet. And for her to stand on this whole, well, the Zooms are ridiculous. We paid a year in advance. And then she said, well, I think that you guys' expense was too much. And to which I responded, when were you going to ask us about this or talk to us about this? And she pled she's too busy. So that's something that I think that she will fight us, but I feel that it's valid to
Yes,
have Zoom on there. I just want to run
Sure.
that by you guys in transparency.
Of
and
course, yes.
absolutely.
Valid to have.
So all we're going to take off is that Survey Monkey thing.
Yeah, and so since I made the motion, I would suggest that just leave out the editorializing about Zoom. And
Oh,
just,
yeah. No. I just wanted us to talk about it.
Okay, just submit the budget.
Yep. This was just the discussion part for us to decide. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Charles made a motion to resubmit the budget minus the Survey Monkey and resubmit it to the county. Now, my question is, to the county in general, like just county.gov. whatever, or to Supervisor Compton particularly, or to any other supervisors? Do I have any other direction, I guess is my question. Say again?
To all supervisors.
All supervisors, okay.
Mhm.
All right,
And I
So
second it.
it was seconded. We had our discussions, and I'm good with that. Do we want to vote or?
That-
Wake up, Aline. Ask for a vote.
We vote. We got a first, second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye.
Okay.
can we set up a website training really fast? I mean,
I would love that.
soon as-
Love that.
Yes, we must decide that.
who wants to participate in it?
Well,
Oh,
April?
I think we all do. I think we all should.
I have something to say. Like, as I say, I think we can all participate, so we all learn something, but only one person should be in charge to get in there and mess around with posting. Otherwise,
That's a separate issue, and it's a valid issue for us to discuss, but we need to get the schedule, we need to get the website training. And the sooner the better.
and I didn't understand that. And
We need to focus just on the website training right now, the day, the time, when.
So I make a motion that Aline contacts Frank, or whatever, James Safranco and coordinates a date or a time.
That is,
And whoever is willing to participate, participates in the training.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Okay.
All right.
that's it.
Bye.
Thank you, Aline.
Okay. I think we're done.
Okay.
No, we're not.
Amazing.
No, no,
Thank
I
you.
motion that we adjourn.
No, somebody's saying we're not done.
I got my hand up.
Oh, okay.
What about my newsletter? It's now dated material.
I love it. I think it's great newsletter.
Yeah.
So
I thought you got the approval, Sheila.
I need the approval, and I also need a translator to do the back of
Oh.
it.
And where does this newsletter go?
Put it on the website.
It's going on the website. It's going out to the businesses in Oceano. I was going to take it like to Hayashi's, the post office, just sprinkle a few here and there, all
Oh.
over.
Excuse me, it's gonna go on the website. Where? Like,
We
Is
need
this-
to
We
add
don't,
the-
we haven't gotten that far yet.
yeah,
excuse me? What? I didn't hear. You guys were talking together.
okay, we haven't decided that yet, but I would like to create a section on the website for newsletters so that people can go in and read all the different newsletters that go out.
But if we already have the landing page, the bulletin board, wouldn't they be redundant?
How about
What?
we start with yes and then go from there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
If you
just
don't
wanna
have
get
to
it
exert
out.
the energy to do it, Lucia, then why don't we just start with yes and
Yes.
fine tune it from there?
Yes, what?
Yes, we have a newsletter and yes.
But I like the idea that it goes out of the community. I mean, paper.
Huh?
I love that. I love that to give it out to the cafes, to the library and stuff. So,
It's just one more place that the same information would be.
um,
Yeah,
And if
But-
you don't have to actually do the work, Lucia, does it really matter?
April, that's insulting when you say,
I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm asking you
but
honestly.
it's not a matter that I don't want to do the work.
I'm not saying you don't want to. I'm saying if you don't have to, does it truly matter if it's
Matters.
also on the website?
But people can have opinions even though they don't need to do the work.
Okay.
we're not-
You know,
So what does it hurt to also be on the website?
I just don't really know how it's going to be the page with the news and the events and then whatever.
We can discuss that later. Right now, I just want to get it out.
Okay.
And so we were going to check with OCSD to see
So
if they would sponsor us on the printing of it.
I'll check into that tomorrow.
Okay. And then I
Try to
can,
finish up the translation tomorrow too.
what?
So
The
I'll get back to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, okay, and then I'll distribute the newsletter after you translate it.
Okay.
Okay,
And hopefully, I'm pretty sure they'll print it. How many copies? 200, you said?
yeah, just 200 black and white. We're not gonna do anything fancy. We just want to get it out.
Okay.
As we earn money, we can doll it up and make it in color, but right now, black and white, let's get it out. so they
Okay.
know who we are. 'Cause
All right.
We missed the train station, and the trolley, we're way behind. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, I really liked it. I make a motion, we
Myself
adjourn.
as well.
Thank you, Sheila, for that newsletter. I liked it.
Thank
Thank
Okay.
you, Sheila.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. You got left, Charles. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.